Hello everyone, welcome back to Classical Fengshui with George. And today we're going to talk about the flying star number 8 and its color association. But before we do that, so I'm going to do something a little different today. If you have any cash around, please grab them and bring them with you. And if you're watching this on replay, feel free to do this as well. I'm pretty sure everyone in one time of their life would like to do this. And today I get to share mine. And I'm doing it today. Okay, so if you have a lot of cash on you, go ahead and bring that with. Even if it's just a few like bills, that's okay as well. Because I am also gonna mention how classical feng shui also has the potential of bringing more abundance of wealth into your lives. So did you guys bring your cash like this? So these are all ones, and yeah. So who here always want to just, oh, welcome, whoever is dropping by. Thanks for dropping by, viewer number 1. Feel free to say hi and where you're from. So right now we're gonna do a little exercise. So I have cash, and I always wanted to just like throw around, throw the money in the air and just roll around with it. So I just gonna do that for a few minutes. And if you have a lot of cash with you or just a few bills, just go ahead and do that as well, just for the fun of it, because money is fun, and having a lot of money doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Okay, ready? Okay, so with that, so the flying star. So the flying star number 8. The flying star number 8. Can you guess what color association it is? What color is associated with the number 8 flying star? Go ahead and write that in the comments down and below. And if you're watching this on replay, go ahead and do so. I will give you guys a few more minutes or seconds, more seconds. Okay. Okay, I'm giving you more time. So go ahead and put your guess below. What is it? Oh. Okay. So still guess, what do you guys think the color number 8 is for the flying star number 8? So, and we have Chow here today. Welcome, Chow. Thanks for stopping by. So can you guess what the number 8 star is? Can you guess? What do you believe the number 8 star color is associated with? All right. So the number 8, hey, welcome viewer number 2. Thanks for dropping by. we're talking about the color association from the number 8 flying star. And the color number 8 is tannish color, brownish color, earthly colors. But if you recall, these earthly colors are the same as the flying star number 2 and the flying star number 5. Do you recall that? If you're new, there will be a link up here, but I could only do one of those videos for the link. So it will be like the flying star number 2. And at the end of this video, once I figure out the time to edit, the small edits, those links will be at the end where it will show you more information about the flying star number 5 and the flying star number 2 again. So if you don't recall, the flying star number 2 and 5 are not good for your health. But with the number 8 flying star, it's actually good for wealth. And if you have like a lot of browns and tan colors in your specific room that have the flying star number 8, that has the potential of boosting up that wealth energy for that room. But yes, it's a big but. Remember, there are many layers of classical feng shui. There are many layers of energies that a classical feng shui consultant looks at. And can you recall what those three main layers that classical feng shui consultant look at? I'll give you some time to think about it. And I can grab some water. Okay. So the first layer is the most important one, is, from my opinion, is the permanent energy. Hey Gigi! So Gibberish blog is here today, and she said hi, and she said the annual energy, monthly energy, and the permanent energy. Correct. Right on, Gigi. So with that, with my bedroom specifically of this apartment unit, the permanent energy is good for wealth. But because of the yearly energy, especially for me, I'll explain more in a later video why me specifically. The yearly energy actually brings the health energy down a little bit. And the monthly energy, if I recall correctly, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure. So the permanent energy is good for wealth. Yearly energy, specifically for me, brings it down a little bit. But then the monthly energy brings it back up again. And that is why just adding any color is not as simple as just adding more brown. Because with my specific, unique layout, the brown does increase my wealth, but it also decreases my health because of the side of the potential energy of how the yearly energy is affecting the pyramid. Hi, George. So Drifter 0106 is here, also known as Alex. and his comment is, I need Hot Wheels. So Alex is a friend of mine, and he's joining here today. We will talk more, Alex. I did message you on Instagram. So we have 3 viewers here today. Thank you for dropping. We're talking about wealth, Alex. I'm pretty sure you would like more abundance of wealth, right? So as you can see, it wasn't an easy decision for me to choose my wealth, my health over my wealth. Just because my health is more important, but because of my unique layout and because of my options and the layout itself, there's only specific spots within my room that I can stay that won't affect my health. Well, and we also have a viewer number 4. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, okay. So let's see. And another example, if my mom's place, if she have a lot of browns in her living room, that actually will decrease her wealth energy. See how that is different, like from my mom's layout, where if she have a lot of brown, it actually decrease her wealth energy. But for me, for my bedroom specifically, it actually increased my wealth with the permanent energy, but with the yearly energy, it decreased a little bit, but then the monthly energy increased it more than before. So this is putting it in simple terms. And with my mom, her living room in general is not good for wealth. And she is not a believer of classical feng shui. So I couldn't really practice classical feng shui at my mom's place. But I'm seeing the side effects of how she is in that room and how that is affecting her wealth. Because she lost / quit her job. It's complicated. But she's also having a hard time finding a job within her skill set just because her English is not the greatest and technology is not her strongest as well. But it's also, remember, classical feng shui is only 1/3 of the work. My mom's mankind lot, person lot, the actions, attention, she doesn't want to go back to work. Like, she did not. An example, when I was working at Kohl's, it's a retail store. One year, there was an opportunity for my mom to work there. So I talked to my manager and refer my mom to work there just as a beggar during the holidays around Christmas to help assist cashiers, big items, because Black Friday, all the crazy people comes and shop. So she did that, and so for that month, she have some income coming in. But for next year, so it was a seasonal position. For next year, the position of that beggar position is still available. I talked to my mom. She said, no, I don't want to work. So she lost that opportunity to gain money because of her decision, her mankind luck, person luck, of choosing not to work. So even though the energy of my mom's living room is bad for wealth, she even further proved that by not working herself. And after the 3rd year, she decided to, okay, I will be a beggar this coming year. But unfortunately, that beggar position is now discontinued. So see how that, like the first, when I was working there, the first 2 years they had the position. The third year they got rid of it. So my mom also lost that opportunity to gain money for that month or a few months. She had the chance the year before, but since she didn't take her action, she lost that chance. And that was the only job where she can like work, but it's not overwhelming, because now at times if you work like a cashier at like Target or the dollar store, you're not just a cashier. Well, at least like at the dollar store, you're not just the cashier. You're the sales floor. You're this and that at the same time. And that makes it more difficult for my mom to find a job. But not just that, because again, herself does not want to work. So with the brown colors. So the brown colors are not a symbol of wealth. It's not a symbol of illness. The color itself is not the deciding factor. It's the flying star. So the flying star is that why it's so important for a classical feng shui consultant to look at these flying stars, because the flying star help guide them of how to, will guide me to remedy and see what kind of potential energies that's going on within the room. If I like don't have these for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, but then it won't give me any insight of what's going on into your home energy. It's like, let's say, it's like a treasure map, I guess. The flying star is like a treasure map. It like tells you where this treasure is, right? Like with a treasure map, there's like your starting point and the location of where you want to be. The flying star chart give you the calculations of like, oh, this room means it's good for health. This room means it's good for wealth. It's like that. Hopefully that analogy makes things more clear. So where did I put? Okay, so I went. Okay, so and lastly, I would like to say thank you for those who are joining, 谢谢你. And I would also like to encourage people that are starting their own artistic journey or their small business to give it a shot. It's best to do it now than later. Because one way or another, remember there's 3 lucks. There's heaven luck, which is your past lives, past karma, the universe. Person luck, mankind luck, your actions, your intentions. And third, your earth luck, which is the classical feng shui. Like, if I had it my way, and not follow what society wants me to be, doctor, lawyer, you name it, college student, I would have been like an artist, manga right away, or somewhere in the arts right away. And I also, okay, so being an artist right away, but even if, because I was straying apart from what I truly want, but at the same time, I was going for what society wants, like a doctor, a lawyer, leaning more towards like the medical field. That was an interest of mine, but I'm glad that I didn't went through it. Because eventually, like Earth, the heaven, like the universe, will like support me and going back to what I really want, and that is artistry, classical fengshui, like Chinese, like metaphysics. I do have more than those interests. What does Gigi put? You should consider putting some of your artwork on on your wall behind you. I was considering that. I'm not. Just because I got some feedback of, oh, if I have too much in the background, it's a distraction. I know some viewers are curious of like, what is that picture back there? But I know some viewers will just focus on me. It really depends. Like at the moment, I'm just focusing on my life and balancing the work and stress. Work, being like a small business owner, and of course working out, eating, and sleep. That is important. I am considering it, putting some arts in the back of my wall. But with that, okay. So what I'm saying is, don't be afraid. Okay, like it's okay to be afraid, but don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. And so parents will really hate me for saying this, or like teachers, but college is not necessary. There is, for those who enjoy learning and those who want a degree, go for it. But reality is like, do you really need a degree? Of course, if you're going for a surgeon, yes, it would be good to have the degree, but is it what you really want? From my college experience, I have no regrets of going to school, but at the same time, I'm happy that I didn't finish. So I am proud to say I'm a college dropout. No shame. And I would like to also share. Push. Okay, so G gibberish blog. I just learned to learn how to do this today. To put the comments on the screen, like right there. G gibberish blog says, push past fear when pursuing passion. Yes, so agree. It's very hard. I guess we're just used to going for like flight or flight mode. It's difficult for most people to just look past the fear and just go for the desire, the passion. Yes, I get it. I went through that myself, and even within the journey of following through with my passion, doing what I really want, there are self-doubts, and that is normal just because I'm not used to doing it, used to following my own needs and wants and passions and desire. Okay. So with wealth, so going back to the flying star with the number 8, so the flying star number 8 is associated with wealth, like one of its properties. A good example just recently is I actually got a free shelf that I didn't have to pay for. I found it on a street when I was walking back from my Chinese actual punctuist appointment. The possibility of me finding this like shelf, I can show you guys. Let me just turn on the light. Uh, let me just do this. See it? So this, if you can see it. So I found this shelf. And I think it's like worth maybe 30 or $50. So it's so I found that shelf and I was looking to get more shelves in my living space just because all of my other shelves are getting full. And by looking, like, that's a clear example of free items is also considered wealth because I'm saving money as well, right? That shelf could be maybe $80, $60. I'm not quite sure, but roughly around that ballpark. So I save around $60 and $80 today. I saw the shelf yesterday, but I didn't have my bike, so it would have been a challenge to really like lift the shelf and bring it all the way back to my apartment unit. So today I went back to the place to see if the shelf is still available, because even the 24 hours that I wasn't there, there is a chance of someone grabbing that opportunity, that shelf, and takes it. But it looks like nobody did because I took it. And second, another opportunity came where the person that left this bookshelf out was willing to help me bring it back to my place. And that saved me time, and time is money. And time is money, right? And it also saved me energy of figuring out how I could put this big like shelf onto my bike rack and figuring out ways how not to like break it during the transportation. So the owner of the bookshelf gave me a ride with my bike and the bookshelf, saved me some time, and I got a free shelf. And G Gibberish blog, she says, great find. You found what you needed for free. Exactly. There will be more about that in my other future videos. But yeah, so for those skeptics out there, how can you explain this? Tell me. Put it in the comments. With a classical feng shui, I was in my money area and I was absorbing that money energy as well. So like I have done the classical feng shui part, which is the 1/3, but I also done the mankind luck, the person luck of me willing to go back to the street of the home and pick that shelf up. And maybe the universe has something to play with it as well. Who knows? The universe, I don't have access to that power at the moment of what the universe wants for me, I guess. Just because there are other energies like work out there. I just want to open up with everyone that I am aware, and there's certain energies that can tap into the heavenly luck in Chinese metaphysics term. And I would like to share one more thing. It's also to celebrate your small, rewarding steps and treat yourself. And if it makes you happy, buy a little something for yourself. For me, I know I'm in debt because I chose to be in debt to pay for my business coach. I was aware of that. Even though that is my main priority is to get out of that. It'll be in my later video. I still wanted to treat myself even just a little bit. So what I did is I bought this. It's a Digimon card game. For those who don't know, Digimon is digital monsters in a digital universe. If that makes any sense for those who aren't familiar. They're just so like monsters, like a computer have a virus, right? That is like a monster. So these are like computer monsters in that realm. So, and just like they come with these little card trackers, and I love the art with them as well, as you can see. It also inspired me to like keep going and taking the time to celebrate, because a lot of what society wants is just push, keep going, tough it out, all are in it, no pain, no gain. But I'm learning to enjoy the process, enjoy treating myself like here and there with a little bit of food, a little bit of Digimon cards. And whatever, even though I bought these, I could have used this money to pay off my debt faster, but I decided to reward myself, right? So yeah. Oh, and also, I just want to share that with everyone. If you're a Digimon fan, click that like button. And oh yeah, so like a part of my main mission in my business is to support like starving artists, but really you're not really starving. Just because I want to see those people more into the field and see more of those stories of them succeeding instead of like, oh, this college student is like awesome and amazing. He went to school and blah, blah, blah. So G Giblish blog says, thank you for the reminder. It's a good one. Yes, it's a good reminder to treat yourself, but do it with moderation, because if you're shopping a lot and you're still in debt, it does not help your situation if that's your case. But I will, and because for those, like I know specifically for manga artists out there, they don't get paid a lot for the value of their artwork. Their artwork is really like precious and worth a lot more of what the company, the studios that are actually paying them. Most of the time they barely could pay for their own living, especially in Japan. And that's sad to see. So I would like to change that and to help artists find their best money area. Well, okay, so like keep it short, right? Find the best money area, but also to see how the energies of their layout can support them in their journey of being their own boss. Because I feel that if you're working for a studio or a business, you are giving up your power to them. They will decide how much you make instead of you deciding how much your art is worth. You make that decision of how much you want to charge. You make that decision of how you want to display your manga stories. Because I know a lot of the marketing for being a manga artist, I know a lot of it is the cost is mostly like advertisement and stuff like that. And also like the studios put a lot of effort into that. But okay, so it's getting around the 36-minute mark, and I'm doing my best not to go over too much today. I would also like to share my last share for today. Okay, where is it? So I also have a calendar that is keeping track of my life, because today was day 17th of my life. So I have this calendar right here. So it's a chicken. And it says be fancy. But I also mark on the calendar so that I know where I'm going. So today is September 14th. And today is my 17th live on YouTube with the Classical Fengshui with George channel. And if you have goals, like G Gibberish Blog here, she is planning to make 111 blogs before the end of this year. So if you're keeping track, Gigi, good job. If not, maybe it will help like see the progress. It's nice to see like where you're going, right? At first I thought I only had like a few, maybe like 6 or 7 lives, but I actually had more than I thought, which is nice. But that is that. Okay, so the flying star number 8. The flying star number 8 is associated with the color brown, tan, earthly colors. And the colors itself doesn't mean that it will bring wealth. It all depends on, the flying star, yes. G Gibberish Blog says, I am keeping track on my blog post title bucket list. Well, good job, Gigi. Keep it up. I haven't, and for those that are new to Gigi, G Gibberish Blog, she also does podcasting as well. Her link will also be down in the description below. And she talked about her spirituality path and how she is learning how to find herself again and finding her passion and journey. And she is also new to Gigi. I don't know if you're going for a hobby for this or a business, but she's just exploring that side and seeing what possibilities that can bring her. by doing this inner work and reflecting in her journey. When I figure out the time to do that, her link will be down in below. If not, Gigi, you can just like post your link on the comment on the live. I am totally okay with that as well. At least there's 2 options for people to see. Because I know right now I haven't had the energy to go back into my edits, my like tiny edits for my previous videos. Okay, so recap. So the number 8, flying star. The number 8 flying star is associated with the color tan, brown, earthy colors. And the color themselves is not associated with wealth. It all depends on the flying star. Okay. And for tomorrow, I get to go over the number 9, the 9 flying star and its color association. Thank you for watching. Like this video, share this video as well. And if you haven't subscribed, click that red button down here and stay classy with Classical Fengshui. Bye. 再见. That means bye in Chinese Mandarin. 再见,谢谢你. And G Gibberish Black say thank you. You're welcome, Gigi.